What is going on, HRT family? We're back, and today we're filming a tackle tour. Some of you guys may know me, some of you guys may not, but if you do know me, you know that one thing I like almost more than fishing itself is collecting as many lures as I can and finding the craziest and most wonky thing out there and buying it. Anywhere that I go, any vacation or travel, I tend to spend some money at a fishing store just to say, hey, I bought this at this location. Like, I bought fishing lures all over the country at many different states, just that I can say that I bought them there. So basically, I want to run through with all of you guys all the crazy and stupid stuff that I've bought that just is insane. So I'm going to share today with you guys all of my tackle. Along with showing you guys my tackle and my lures and stuff, I'll also show you guys some of my soft plastics, as well as some of the reels that I have. So it's kind of like my entire setup of all my fishing equipment, I guess is what you could say. But first, we are going to start with the tackle. This first tackle box is just kind of like my terminal tackle slash some of my skirt baits that I have. Up in this top row, Trey can kind of zoom in here. These top two rows kind of serve as my terminal tackle. So I got hooks, weights over here, shaky head hooks, Ned rig hooks, swim jig hooks, all of that stuff. And then we kind of got all of our skirt baits here. So got chatterbaits, jigs, swim jigs, finesse jigs, casting jigs, football head jigs. Yeah, we just honestly, like, in here, we just got a lot of jigs and a lot of chatterbaits. I'm a big jig fisherman. I love throwing jigs, flipping a jig. It's one of my favorite things to do, honestly, when I go fishing. So that's why I have a lot of jigs, a lot of different colors and whatnot. Next up is one of my all-time favorite baits to throw. We have the frogs. We got a bunch of different frogs in here. A lot of them are just Guggen frogs. I like the black color, as you can see, but we have a lot of different, slightly variety here. We have two regular black frogs, just like that. Then we have two poppin' black frogs. And then we get into some of the more interesting stuff. We have this yellow scum frog. It's kind of a cool color. That's why I got it. I was interested and intrigued by the coloring. We have another scum frog. This was actually the first ever frog that I bought. It's this thing right here. This, I believe, is also a scum frog. This is like Walmart brand, maybe like $4. Yeah, brings back the memories. This is what I used to be fishing with back in the good old days. This little scum frog right here. We got this fella right here. This is basically just an actual frog with arms and legs, as you can see, like that. Saw this one at the shop, had to just pick it up, you know. I don't know how many people have a frog that looks like that, but I do, so that's why I got it. Next up, we have the hard baits. So this is anywhere from a half-ounce rip bait to like a bull shad, basically. So got a lot of different things in here. I'm gonna go through them real quick. First, we're gonna go with my bull shad swim baits. So I do have a couple swim baits. This was my first ever bull shad. This is the rainbow trout color. This is one that I just recently picked this up this year at the beginning of the season. This is the gizzard shad color. This one is very nice. I like this one. This actually has a funny story. This is a bull gill, not a bull shad, but I did actually catch this in a pond last year. I was reeling in and I got hooked on a piece of line, and on the other end it had this. in like perfect condition. Probably only been sitting in the pond for maybe a day or two, so that's really nice. Got a couple crankbaits in here. We have basically my only deep diving crankbait. I don't really throw deep diving crankbaits all that much. We have a jabberjaw, same greenish color. Have this Weston crankbait right here, square bill. Have another crankbait right there. And then I do have another one on one of my rods that I can show later. Lipless crankbait. This is actually the only one I own. I tend to not throw lipless crankbaits all that much, so I do only have one. Jerkbait, also the only one I own. I don't use jerkbaits all that much, but there's this one. And then I have two rip baits right here. This one, nice green and white color. This one is a little more crazy. Got some orange on the underbelly, some pink, and some chartreuse. Now we're gonna get into the more interesting stuff. We have some of my topwater baits here. Let's go through these. This guy right here, the first buzzbait I ever owned. I got it actually from my grandpa, big fisherman. I went to his house, kind of raided his garage, and I found this in there, pulled it out, started using it honestly. So I've had this one for a while. This was the first buzzbait that I ever got. Next, this buzzbait right here. This one is actually from the store Carl's Bait and Tackle in the Mall of America in Minnesota. So that's pretty cool. I actually got this for free because I spent some money on some lures or whatever there, and after like 50 bucks or something like that, you get a free lure, and I got this, so that's pretty cool. Got this at the Carl's Bait and Tackle store. Shout out Carl in the backyard. Got a couple whopper ploppers. Got this one right here. This was also the first whopper plopper I ever owned. As you can see, it's kind of crooked. I got the other whopper plopper on one of my rods as well, so there's that. Next, we got a couple of spooks. Spooks are also one of my favorite topwater lures to throw, just because the bites can be insane. But I have this little spook right here, little mini spook, and then I have the bigger one right here, big spook. Spooks are a lot of fun to throw. I love throwing them all the time. Just walking baits in general are super fun to throw. Right here I have basically what is a spook, but with a little propeller on the end. This is a torpedo, I believe is what it's called. These are pretty fun to throw. Attracts a lot of fish, gets a lot of bites. This thing, I don't even know what you would call this thing. It's like a whopper plopper, but it has these foldable like arms on it that swing out, and there's two of them. It's from Weston, so I mean, I don't even know what do they call this. There's no name, but yeah, it has these floating little swingy things, so it makes me think it's like basically a whopper plopper, but it's a kind of a different style of whopper plopper. Got a popper right here. Poppers are also really fun to throw. I have two of those, black color right here, and then more natural color right there. I have this thing, which I have not thrown this thing yet. I am super excited to. I honestly have no idea how the action works. It's got like a popping spoon on the front of it to kind of pop water up, but it's also a swim bait. It says it's top water, so I don't really know, but I'm excited to get out there and use this. Just recently got this, so excited for that. Got two more boxes left here of the lures, and then we can get into soft plastics. We'll just run through those quick and then go into the rods. Anyways, up next are my big swim baits and spinner baits right down here. First up, we have the Guggen Recon. One of the more cheaper glide baits. I don't really want to spend $120 on a glide bait, so this one was like maybe 30 bucks. So I got this one. Already caught a bunch of fish on it, some big ones. What we got right here is a 6 since I can't remember. I think it's called the Trace swim bait. This one is slow sinking, I believe. So this works pretty well too. Caught a couple fish on this, not as many as the glide bait, but the action in the water is just insane. I love throwing this thing. And then last in this box, we have our spinner baits right here. I just have two of them, bigger one and a smaller one. I don't throw them that often, but I do have a couple just in case I do want to throw them. So I do have these two. Last but not least, we have a bunch of lures for all sorts of different fish. So like, we got some trout lures, we got some peacock bass lures, we got some walleye lures, pike lures. We got everything here. So let's run through it real quick. Like 3 different rooster tails here. We have one that mimics, obviously that got hammered. We have one that mimics a rainbow trout. We have one that's just like, I don't know what that color is. And one just regular. Some more trout lures we have are these little tiny worm thingies. I went to South Dakota and one of the people at a fishing store recommended these for me. So I picked up a couple of them. Couldn't catch any trout, but it's all right. We have 2 walleye lures here. We have the boogie shad, super realistic looking color. I don't really know what it's supposed to be mimicking, but super realistic color. And then we have this larger one, just like that. 2 pretty cool crankbaits. Still have yet to catch fish on them though, unfortunately. We do have a pike spoon mimicking a rainbow trout, that rainbow pattern once again. I did actually catch a catfish on this, believe it or not, at Lake McConaughey, fishing in like 50 feet of water. And then right here, we have a nice hair jig. Don't fish with these a lot. Yeah, I mean, use it like a swim jig basically. You can use it however you want. Hair jigs are pretty versatile. They catch multiple different species of fish too, so hair jig right there. Moving on to rods and reels. I'm gonna show a couple of my setups for you guys today. We have, this one actually is funny. This is a fishing reel from Temu. It was like 13 bucks and so far it's worked great. It's caught me a couple fish, so that's good. I have this on a 7.2 medium heavy moderate, using it as like a crankbait rod. Got a Wesson crankbait on there right now. This one right here is a Shimano Corrado M 200 size reel. It's the high gear ratio, I believe. It's an HG. Yeah, it is an HG. So use this for like flipping, pitching, and frogging. I have it on a 7.4 heavy extra fast St. Croix Victory. So yeah, love this combo. It's an awesome combo. Frogging, flipping, pitching, throwing a Texas rig, all that heavy hook set stuff. This is one of my spinning combos. This is a Shimano Maraval 2500 HG. I have it paired with a St. Croix Triumph medium fast 7 foot. So it's kind of like the all around because I only have 2 spinning reels. So last one I'll show you guys. This is a Shimano Corrado DC. Once again, high gear ratio. It is on a G Loomis IMX Pro, 7 foot medium heavy fast. So I use this for chatterbaits, swim jigs. I do have a whopper plopper on there right now, just because I wanted to throw that. But yeah, there's that. There's all my reels. Last but not least, my sunglasses. Not sponsored, but that'd be sick. Costa sponsor me. I have a pair of Costa Rincon, the gray smoke lens with the blue mirror glass frames. These are a freaking game changer. If you guys don't have a pair of polarized sunglasses, you need to get a pair. It is insane how much of a difference it makes. You can really see everything with these on. So it's really everything. Just wanted to get out here, show you guys kind of all my stuff, what I'm working with right now, and then probably every year just keep redoing it, you know, making new videos about like updated tackle tours. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any tips, tricks, comments, anything you guys want me to buy, leave it down in the comment section below, and I will definitely get to that. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you guys for watching. HRT Fishing out.